have a big project more connected to innovation in the public sector as well in the lab. But as I said, we have 13 different projects. So we have a variety of big and smaller projects, with some with a shorter time frame and some with a longer time frame.
And how do you interact with the rest of the house? And do you have Monday meetings or events, or how do you tie
It's
it
more of
together?
an informal connection on a daily basis, where we connect the different organizations where we see fit, but we also have the connections inside the projects. We have development agreements with OSC, for example, where we have research and development connected into the projects, and we also have an intention to work in more projects with especially the digital twin.
Very good. And how do you get this knowledge out in the whole region? Now we are in Ålesund, the bigger city here, but the small municipalities or the rural areas.
That's what you are helping us with.
Yeah, the
I
road we are
have-
trying now.
Yeah,
But, do you have an idea how you democratize this knowledge and this vibes? And I heard that down there you have schools, the 36 schools, time one day a year. That's one way to get the inspiration out.
Well, we are a big part of Ålesund municipality, and we try to connect with the citizens in everything from open meetings arranged here in the lab on different topics that the municipality has going on. But other municipalities in the county, in Møre og Romsdal County, also has a connection in the projects and also in the network Bærekraftsfylket Møre og Romsdal.
You saw this sun with where Ålesund has
The KPIs.
the KPIs, yes.
Yeah.
And all the cities in Møre og Romsdal are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And also a lot of cities in Norway
Yeah.
are doing the same thing. And all of the cities, more or less, have sent people here to learn from Ålesund.
Yeah.
What do we do to get this report? So, and then we are telling all the cities how we are working. And I think it will be more of this also in Scandinavia and Europe. And a lot of the people are coming here to learn. And then we are teaching them.
So first we did the analysis of the KPIs, and what we're doing now is that we're basing the projects on the results of the KPI analysis to actually improve these results. So that's the foundation of the lab.
Yeah. And if you summarize the KPIs in, what were the takeaways for Ålesund? We heard a little bit, you're telling, but you're analyzing, and what's the analyze? What came out of
results?
it? The results.
There were a lot of nice and green areas, but some red areas, and especially in the water area, we have some really big challenges that we are now starting some projects on improving. And we also, in the transport sector and transport area, have some major improvement possibilities that we are working on.
Do you have any project on social sustainability?
Yes.
to mention?
We have a few, and I can mention the E-Teams project, where we focus on including the children and youth that they don't participate in the normal activities like football and handball like most of the kids do. Perhaps they're really good at gaming, so we invite them in and use their strength in the e-sport area.
We also have a very exciting project that we decided on Thursday last week. Together with the city, together with the founder of Newton, and together with Sparebanken Møre, we will try a way to have a digital Newton room coming to the kids. We will try to solve some issues locally, but in a way so we can share this globally. So, and for Scandinavia, they are delivering classroom to China, to the United States, to all over the world, but we will start here. And one of their most important research person within this group used to sit here. already. So, but you also asked me how will we communicate this out, and there is where the Northwest is coming.
Yeah.
So then you can talk with Jarmund.
Yeah. You're in the Northwest. Let's stand here with a good background.
Okay.
There are more colors. Yeah, so tell about Northwest. It's an exciting arena.
Yeah, we call it the Arena for Regional Sustainable Development, which means we want to make regional development in the direction of the Sustainable Development Goals,
Yeah.
both the social development and business development. Yeah. So we create meeting points, both physically and digital, online, for different people, both for locally, nationally and internationally, to gather and meet and share their experiences and be challenged in how they think about the future.
And why the Northwest? Why that name?
Why that name? Because that's where we are. That's where it all started, here in the northwest of Norway. But now I like to expand out from here. Yeah.
What will be the topic of this year?
There are three main topics for this year conference. It's the 30th of September. The main topics are funding sustainability. How are we going to fund solutions for the future? Who's going to pay? Who's going to own the infrastructure and the data and everything? The other is establishing the blue economy. In the future, we'll have to be more dependent on the ocean. But how are we going to do that in a sustainable way? And the last one is energy, technology, and digitalization as a factor for reaching all the sustainable development goals. We need that as a fundament on the way. So that's the three main topics we're discussing this year.
And you said the 30th is one day conference.
It's a one-day digital conference. Our digital platform is already open, so you can log in and start to network with other people in the platform. And then the conference will also be available afterwards, so you can go and check it out later on. Yeah.
In fact, I participated.
Det är norska eller norska
It's
engelska?
in English. It's in English, so we distribute it worldwide on the 30th of September.
I have a question to you. Most people are ordinary people, and we are consumers.
Yeah.
How many sustainable initiatives do you have for on consumption and circular economy and blue economy, or for consumer, ordinary people? The shopping mall, Moa. What are you doing?
What we're doing, it's a very difficult topic because you have to change the way people think and the way people act. So it's quite a big cultural thing, especially for us in Norway, who use a lot. We're big consumers. I think we need to have 3.6 Earth if we will have enough resources for our consume. So it's a difficult topic, but we're working on telling the good stories, gathering people, telling them the good stories. How can we do it? Showing them the solutions, and then challenging on what we will have to do. Both me as a consumer, for instance, turning off the water when I brush my teeth, or buying used and repairing my stuff.
Yeah.
other
Do you have any small, medium-sized enterprises from the private sector as partners, or is it coming as emerging
It's
stakeholder?
coming. We're having a lot of events in April, but they were not finished because of the COVID situation. But we were planning a lot of events with entrepreneurs and startup companies working in this field. Yeah,
Because we have been working on the SDGs to a faraway country like Pakistan. And the initiative initiated by Bartula and his colleagues has been on the Sustainable Development Goals and the Silk Road. So it's about welcoming a trading initiative as a metaphor for bringing a more sustainable world forward in the trade.
okay.
And that's quite an interesting way to look at it, as every object that we buy locally, it be my jeans or my smartphone,
Yeah.
it's probably produced another place. So there's a connection to the globalization of production and selling and buying goods that it has potential that we should also look at in the small region that we are.
Absolutely, it has a lot of potential.
It's a lot of potential.
Yeah, it's big potential. So it's
And the interest from, you said there were private businesses. How do the municipality or the regional actors come into this? What's their interest and what questions and how do they engage?
Yeah, it's actually a very positive story because we have a lot of big businesses as partners, and we often think of them as what's in it for me. They can't do anything unless they can earn money on it or something. But I think in our case they have shown a greater view on things because they are funding us, they're helping us with our activities and everything, and in a large scale they will be paid back over the years, but you can't see it on their numbers this year, to put it that way. So it's very fascinating. You see big companies trying to take a more responsibility for their own actions and for how we do social development.
It's so cool that you have this typical Norwegian iconic pullover. Is it handmade?
It's handmade by my grandmother, actually.
Yes, you see. So this is part of the fashionable trend of sustainability, is to be touched by hand and made in love, like your grandmother.
And it's wool.
And it's wool, which is a sustainable fiber. And because the fashion industry, for example, or the sporting industry, has this problem with microfiber in the washing and the washing of the clothes, and that's part where we have to look into an innovation on the edge between water and land.
Yeah.
So that's something we've been doing and creating as humans to have the sewage system that is not taking care into consideration the garbage that comes through into the sea.
Yeah.
And
we have actually.
that's
I know about a small. I think it started as a youth project in high school in Molde. A project where they had this small thing which cleaned the water coming out of your washing machine.
Yeah.
If you had microfibers in it.
Yeah.
And it was quite an easy product made by youth.
Yeah.
And it worked brilliantly. So we have a lot of things going on.
Yeah, it's a lot of innovation to be done. So.
Let us have a look in
Tusen tack.
in this area. And